So, John, coming February 27th, I assume 2026, it's The Cat in the Hat, and this is the official trailer. Now,
I wish you've got a time machine, Stephen. Wish you did.
Yeah, I think most
89.
people obviously know the story of Cat in the Hat, or they know it's connected to Dr. Seuss. John, Mike Myers did, I think, a live-action version of this, maybe a decade ago, maybe longer,
That
maybe
sounds
2
familiar.
decades ago. It was quite a while. But I'm intrigued to see. I didn't know this was coming out. Bill Hader's going to be voicing the cat, so we know it's obviously an animated one. It's not live action like the Mike Myers one.
Fuck up, it's
It's
not
coming
like
from
Cats.
Warner Brothers.
Oh, but it's not like Cats. You remember the last time we had that animated cat? With
I was drinking.
Oh, God. We get tanned. We get destroyed for being uncivilised. We didn't know what we were watching. This is an Andrew Lloyd Tony, I think that's what they call the awards, Tony winning play. Well, the film was shite. We called it out for being shite. We never once mentioned Andrew Lloyd Webber. Look, that's neither here nor there. This is Cat in the Hat. Stephen, completely blissfully unaware of the origins of this, you filled me in that it is off of very much the same mind of the man who created the Grinch. Dr. Seuss, did you say? Am I giving him a fake title? Is he a doctor?
Right.
So you can already kind of formulate in your mind's eye what you're getting here. It'll be slightly eccentric, slightly disconcerting, but funny in parts as well. That's what I'm envisaging, if I can say that. Envisaging. Shall we press play? And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. I've not been drinking, play. I'm sober.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I like it. I like the old school sort of animation.
Getting the vibe that you probably shouldn't be opening this.
What makes you say that?
That. Do not open.
Come on, that's just a suggestion.
Stop. Stop it. No. Don't!
Yeah. That may be a
Welcome
copyright
back to the
thing.
Institute for the Institution of Imagination and Inspiration, LLC.
Hey, giraffe with a crab. Pig in a wig. Hi, bug in a mug. Yak with a pack. Ron.
I heard the cat lost 3 giraffes on his last mission.
This looks great in animation.
Actually, it was 5.
Today is going to be the best day ever.
Go to the montage.
Let's light it up.
Cat?
Cat.
Cat in the Hat, you have gone too far.
Did you say toot fart?
I did not. I said too far.
Toot fart?
Too far.
I heard toot fart again. So, I'm just gonna leave some things here. Okay, bye.
That's got to be the... Looks alright, man. I like the animation. It's almost like 2 animation styles in one. At the start of that trailer, we had the old school sort of 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s animation where it was very much 2D. As it progressed into the latter stages of the trailer, it was more sort of traditional, like illumination, is that what you call them? Studio kind of thing, where it's like clearly 3D. But it's really cool. They're paying homage by the looks of it to... I'm presuming this was based off an old school film or novels or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're getting clear homage to the OG artwork. And in terms of humour and voice acting, it looks as though it's got great personality in there. Kind of took me back to my childhood days when I used to watch the old school cartoons, and they were just oozing with personality. The characters were oozing with personality, so much life. And yeah, I mean, it looks cool. What more do you want?
mentioned the song in there. That could
Apata,
prove to be difficult to get this out.
Rosie,
Or obviously.
and Bruno.
Yeah, I mean the thing about that is though it's appealing to a new generation. That's the point I was going to make there, John, in terms of the soundtrack, and that's what they're doing. You know, and it's important to carry these stories into the new generations because, as I said, I think it's been about 20 years since we had a version of this story and a version of this character. So it's good to see Warner Brothers are putting out as an animated film, and obviously Bill Hader in there. I think both of us very much enjoy Bill Hader as a comedian, as an impressionist, and more importantly as an actor. I think he's a fine actor. But it's got a great cast as well. A lot of Giancarlo Esposito's in there, John. So there's a lot of big names in there as well. So it's still a while away. That's how I was surprised that we were getting an official trailer this early. I thought perhaps maybe it would have been a teaser, but I think perhaps maybe at the end of this year we might get a little reminder, a second trailer at that point, just to remind us, you know, it's coming. So I'm looking forward to it.
I tell you what, that Mike Myers one from 2004 was awful. 4.1 out of 10 IMDb, 10% Rotten Tomatoes, 19% Metacritic. It doesn't really get any better. It's gone down the way. 70% liked it on Google though, but they've not got a fucking clue, as we've discovered many times. The Google users are the worst people to go to. And that had a great cast as well at the time. So just shows you that it's kind of a minefield making a film of this out. You really have to get it right. There has to be rationale, there has to be the right amount of homage, has to be a strong script, strong voice acting, and maybe multi-generational storytelling going on, where you've got stuff for kids, just like Pixar, and then really, I don't know, nuanced and cool stuff going on for the adults alike, so that you've got a multi-demographic audience coming in multiple times to prepare it to success.
We're big fans of Mike Myers, but I think in that case, his performance in it was Mike Myers. It took you out of the picture, if you know what I mean, just with him. And I know it wasn't an intentional thing on his part or anything like that, but certain things just don't translate well into live action. And you mentioned cats, John. It just happened to be that
Garfield
it was another cat in a live action. It doesn't seem to carry across well.
Garfield was good. I like Garfield. That was pretty decent. Bill Murray, wasn't it? But Stephen, I have to stress...
That was a cat. That was not a live action cat. This wasn't humans pretending to be cats.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. That was just fucking odd. Stephen, I have to stress, big Johnny Depp fan, but that Cat in the Hat is very much Mike Myers, Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka. It's just not right. It's unnerving. Never going to work. Love Johnny, never Willy Wonka in your life. Very much never going to be Willy Wonka. Exactly. More like Willy Wonka, more like Johnny. Now, on that note, I'm going to leave it. What is your thoughts on The Cat in the Hat, the official trailer? Did you watch the 2004 one with Mike Myers? Was it as bad as they say it is? I recall it being out. I was already 15 at that time. Wasn't going to watch that. I'd be more inclined to watch this kind of animated experience than that mental fever dream fucking horror that Mike and Bo Welch, I think it was, the director, conjured up 21 years ago. Share your thoughts down below about the trailer, about our reaction, about the concept, about the actors involved, about Giancarlo Esposito. Anything at all you want to share, put it down below in the comments. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications. And until next time, all that's left to be said is thank you for watching us, and bye-bye.